Quadratic equations. Are roots, solutions, zeros, x-intercepts the same? Have you ever wondered if the terms roots, solutions, zeros, and x-intercepts mean the same thing when it comes to quadratic equations? Let's break this down in a simple way. In the world of quadratic equations, which take the form of a times x squared plus b times x plus c equals 0, the terms roots and solutions are often used interchangeably. When you solve this equation, the values of that make it true are called the roots or solutions. For instance, if you solve the equation squared minus 5x plus 6 equals 0, you find the roots x equals to and x equals 3. So in this context, roots and solutions refer to the same values. Now let's talk about zeros. The term zeros typically refers to the values of that make a quadratic function equal to 0. A quadratic function is written as f of x equals a times x squared plus b times x plus c. The zeros of this function are the x values, where f of x equals 0. Interestingly, these zeros are the same as the roots or solutions of the related quadratic equation. So, zeros and roots are essentially the same numbers, just viewed from the perspective of the function. Next up, we have x-intercepts. These are the points on the graph of the quadratic function where the curve crosses the x-axis. Since the y-coordinate on the x-axis is 0, these points correspond to the zeros of the function. Each x-intercept can be represented as coordinates of the form x, 0, where is a root, 0, or solution of the quadratic equation. For example, if the roots are 2 and 3, the x-intercepts would be the points 2, 0, and 3, 0. To sum it up, roots and solutions refer to the values of that satisfy the quadratic equation. Zeros are the values of that make the quadratic function equal to 0. X-intercepts are the points on the graph where the function crosses the x-axis, which correspond to the zeros or roots. Understanding these terms helps connect algebraic methods, like factoring or using the quadratic formula, with graphing the parabola. Finding roots, solutions, or zeros is key to sketching the graph because these points show where the parabola touches or crosses the x-axis. If the quadratic does not cross the x-axis, it has no real roots or x-intercepts, but it still has complex roots that are not visible on the graph. Now you have a clearer picture of how these terms relate to quadratic equations and functions. Knowing this can help you feel more confident when working with these concepts in your studies.